Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, with the market video for the week of November 18th, 2013. Let's take a look at what happened last week. So a couple pause days, then a gap down on Wednesday that closed at its highs with a nice expansion day with some follow through the next couple of days. So this puts us at overbought on the SPY, on the diamonds, on the Qs, and on the mid caps. Now, the Russell is lagging here, and we're getting in that time where the January effect is coming into play. A lot of people get the January effect confused. The real definition of the January effect is that the small caps tend to outperform the large caps, and then it's kind of taken on some new meanings as far as beating down stocks, outperforming immediately at the new year as they get rebought, and etc. But anyway, it's that time of the year where the small caps step in and take over the leadership from the large caps or the big caps usually. So what I'm looking at now is I'm looking for the Russell to make new highs. But once the Russell makes new highs, could that be all she wrote? Now, I'm not talking about calling a top in the market. I'm talking about, could that lead to a short-term pullback? And I think it could. I think the next pullback is going to be a very healthy pullback, and I think that pullback is going to be an opportunity to get long for a rally into the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to go up into the very last day, but I would like to see one more pullback here. I don't know if we're going to get it, but it's going to be tough to continue to run like this, stretched like this. So if we don't get a nice size pullback, something like this or like this, then we could get something like this, which is just some sideways action or minor pullback. But to me, it looks like we're going to pull back sooner rather than later. It's tough to just jump in and short and fight the trend. But what I'm going to be looking for is signs of exhaustion and then an intraday reversal to see if that can start it, if indeed it's going to happen. But like I said, even if we don't get a real pullback, we should at least chop around a little bit. Semiconductors look like they're ready to move higher. This is a pretty bullish pattern here as we test up, form a small base, see if it can get range expansion. Be nice to see the semis go, see the Russell go to new highs. And then from there, of course, we have to, like I said, see if there's any signs of exhaustion, stall out points. Here are the financials. Okay, they look good as well. The banks are lagging this group, but they're looking okay. They're just not at new highs for the year. So that's something else that may want to play a little bit of catch up as well. All right, so I'm going to be watching early weakness in the week. And like I said, I think the Russell is going to hit a new high before this goes into pullback. And like I said, I'm not calling a top, just looking for a nice pullback, even if that's a sideways kind of congestion, whatever it is, and looking for that for a potential buying opportunity for a Santa Claus rally and an end towards the end of the year type move higher. All right. Any questions or comments? You can write to me at tiny@stockmarkettrendx.com. Have a great trading week, and I will talk to you in the next video.